friends, how are you all? I hope all of you are fine and safe at your home and doing well with your online studies. In our today class, we studied about the refraction through a glass slab. So let's take a quick revision in our previous class that we studied about the optically rarer medium, and denser medium. Some of the effects of refraction, like the examples are objects appear to be raised under the water, and the pool surface or the pool water seems to be less deep than it actually is. ठीक है, ये सारे एग्जाम्पल्स हम लोग देखते थे. जैसे कि आप लोग कोई भी एक बीकर में कोई भी एक ऑब्जेक्ट को अगर रख दो तो उसका एक्चुअल पोजीशन पता नहीं चलता है, वो लगता है कि वो थोड़ा सा ऐसे उठ गया है, बट एक्चुअली वो बॉटम सरफेस में ही होता है. बट रिफ्रैक्शन की वजह से हमें ये दिखाई देता है कि इट्स अपीयर्स टू बी रेस्ड एट सम डिस्टेंस. ओके, अगर हम लोग ये करते हैं, अगर एक कंसिडर ए बीकर. ओके, कंसिडर ए बीकर, वन कॉइन इज देयर, देन अकॉर्डिंग टू योर रिफ्रैक्शन फेनोमेनन, अगर यहाँ पर एक कॉइन है, अगर यहाँ पर हम लोग क्या करते हैं, वाटर फिलअप कर देते हैं. ओके, फिल विथ वाटर. ओके, देन व्हाट हैपेंस देयर? It is the surface of the water, it is the eyes of the observer. Okay, then what happens? The ray of light come, the rays of light come to the interface of the water, and this is air medium. Okay, so the rays of light come to the interface of water, then what happens? This is the normal, and from the denser medium to rarer medium, it bends away from the normal. It bends away from the normal and enter into our eyes. But when we extend the rays in the backward direction, it meet at some point where the image is formed. Okay, where the image is formed, that's why we see that some objects which are under the water appears to be raised. Okay, and some of the topics that how the light rays bend. Okay, how the light rays bend in case of the refraction, when refraction takes place, or when the ray of light passes from one medium to another medium, how the rays of light bends, and what happens. Okay, what happens when the rays of light incident the interface normally? What happens then? Because when the rays of light incident normally at the interface of the two medium, the rays of light at a time or simultaneously hit at the interface of the surface. So that's why there is no bending, so no refraction takes place when the rays of light perpendicularly hit the interface of the two medium. So in our today class we studied about the refraction through a glass slab. We always studied about the ray of light passes through the air to glass medium or passes through the glass to air medium. Here we studied about both the concept, that first air medium to glass medium, then glass medium to air medium. Okay, let's start. Here we consider a glass slab. This one is your glass slab. This experiment you also perform in your physics laboratory. One of the activity in your reflection also to prove the laws of reflection and the refraction through a glass slab you perform on your laboratory also. So let's have a look. When a ray of light incident on a glass slab, let us consider that the ray of light is monochromatic ray of light. Monochromatic light. Okay, what is a monochromatic light? Mono means single and chromatic means, अगर बोला जाए chromatic means color, single color light. We use here a single color of light. So a ray of light or a monochromatic ray of light incident obliquely at the surface of the glass slab. So here we draw a normal. Then this one is your air medium. This one is your air medium and this one is your glass medium. So when it passes through the air medium to the glass medium, that means it is a rarer medium and it is a denser medium. Okay, so when it strikes the surface of the glass, or we named it A, B, C, D. So when the light is incident at the AB surface, or when the light is passes through the rarer medium to denser medium, then what happens? Actually, if the glass slab is not नॉट हियर, वन मीडियम इज देयर। अगर एक ही मीडियम रहता तो आपका लाइट को किधर जाना चाहिए था, ऐसे स्ट्रेट लाइन में जाना चाहिए था। ओके, एक्चुअली लाइट का पाथ क्या होता है, एक स्ट्रेट पाथ होता है, बट when the ray of light which passes through the rarer medium to denser medium, it bends towards the normal. Okay, it bends towards the normal. It bends towards the normal. This one is the angle of incidence, and this angle with the normal is your angle of refraction. Okay, this is the angle of incidence and this is the angle of refraction. Then this refracted ray is emerged from the glass slab. ये refracted ray फिर कहाँ निकल के जाएगा, वो निकल के चल जाएगा glass slab से बाहर. So this one is your glass medium and this one again your air medium. That means the ray of light now is emerges out from denser medium to rarer medium. So now draw a normal like this. ऐसे एक नॉर्मल ड्रॉ करते हैं. देन when the ray of light comes from the denser medium to rarer medium, then what happens, the rays of light are bent away from the normal. Okay, so bent away from the normal. So this one is the incident ray, this one is the refracted ray, and this one is the emergent ray. Okay, what is emergent ray? Okay, so this one is your emergent ray. So this angle with the normal is the angle of refraction. Again the angle of refraction, अगर इस सरफेस के लिए बोले, अगर डीसी सरफेस के लिए बोले, ये एक एंगल ऑफ इंसिडेंस की तरह काम कर रहा है, बट दिस एंगल एंड दिस एंगल इज इक्वल. ओके, कैसे, आप लोग ज्योमेट्री वगैरह में पढ़े हुए हो, अगर ऐसे कुछ रहता है, देन दिस एंगल इज इक्वल विद द दिस एंगल. सो θ1 एंड θ2 इज इक्वल. ये कॉन्सेप्ट यहीं पर भी यूज होगा. देखो इस तरह का कॉन्सेप्ट है यहाँ पर. सो ये वाला जो एंगल होगा, ये भी एंगल वही सेम होगा, बट ये सरफेस के लिए ये एंगल ऑफ, ये क्या है, ये सी डी सरफेस के लिए ये इंसिडेंट रे की तरह ही काम कर रहा है, बट दिस वन is the refracted angle and angle of refraction, and this one also the same angle of refraction. And the emergent ray, the angle formed by the emergent ray is known as the angle of emergence. क्या कहा हमने, the ray which is the angle which is formed by the emergent ray with the normal is known as angle of emergence, which is denoted as small e. Okay, this one is the concept basically in case of the glass slab. But we notice one thing here. जब glass slab का एक्सपेरिमेंट किए, यहाँ पर एक चीज हमने नोटिस किया. क्या नोटिस किया यहाँ पर, एक चीज यहाँ पर नोटिस हुआ कि the incident angle is equal with the emergent angle. We noticing or we observe that in case of the glass slab that incident angle is equal with the emergent angle. Actually the incident ray is move forward in this direction. Actually incident ray को कहाँ जाना चाहिए था, यहाँ जाना चाहिए था, but जो emergent ray है वो कुछ displaced हो जाता है. क्या बोल रहे हैं समझो. When the incident ray is passes through the air medium to the denser medium, it bends towards the normal, and when it emerges out to the air medium again, then it bend away from the normal. But here the incident ray which we produced in the forward direction, this incident ray and this emergence ray is parallel with each other. Okay, this one is and this one is parallel with each other, but the two between, what is the difference between the two rays, that अगर इंसिडेंट रे हमारा यहाँ चले जाता, ओके, अगर हमारा इंसिडेंट रे इधर जा रहा होता तो वो एक स्ट्रेट पाथ कवर कर रहा होता, बट यहाँ पर क्या हुआ, आपका इंसिडेंट रे इतना डिस्टेंस से डिस्प्लेस्ड कर गया है. ओके, द इंसिडेंट रे डिस्प्लेस्ड बाय दिस मच डिस्टेंस. सो दिस इज कॉल्ड द laterally displacement. This is known as lateral displacement of the रे, ऑफ द इंसिडेंट रे। सो लैटरल डिस्प्लेसमेंट किसे बोला जाता है? when a ray of light obliquely strike the interface of the air and glass medium or strike the interface of the glass medium, the incident ray produced in the forward direction, and this incident ray and the emergence ray is parallel with each other but literally or parallel but with a literal or parallel displacement. Okay, ये दोनों रे के बीच में क्या होता है? थोड़ा सा डिस्प्लेसमेंट होता है विच इज नोन एज लैटरल डिस्प्लेसमेंट. But in this case, your emergence angle, always remember my point that in case of the in case of the refraction through a glass slab, your angle of incidence and angle of emergence are equal. Okay, angle of incidence and angle of emergence are equal. So what is the concept of lateral displacement? Always I think आपके बोर्ड एग्जाम्स में भी कभी कभी 1 मार्क के क्वेश्चन आ जाते हैं. व्हाट इज द फेनोमेनन ऑफ लैटरल डिस्प्लेसमेंट? दैट द लैटरल डिस्प्लेसमेंट when we studied about the refraction through a glass slab, when the incident ray produced in the forward direction and the emergence ray are parallel with each other but the two rays are laterally displaced with each other. So this phenomenon is known as laterally displacement. And the length, okay, the length which separate the incident ray and the emergence ray, okay, the length which separate the incident ray and the emergence ray, this length is known as your lateral displacement. Okay, so इस चीज को हम लोग और अच्छे से लिख लेते हैं डेफिनेशन में कि कैसे इस चीज को हम लोग लिख सकते हैं. So here is the lateral displacement. That first point, when a ray of light passes through a glass slab, then the emergent ray parallel to the incident ray which is produced in the forward direction but literally displacement or but literally displaced. Then the second point, what is lateral displacement in case of the glass slab? The distance between the incident ray which is produced in the forward direction and the emergent ray is lateral displacement. So this one is the basic definition of the lateral displacement. So now we studied about that. What are the factors on which your lateral displacement depend? Some of the factors are there on which your lateral displacement depend. So now studied about the factors. These are the factors on which your lateral displacement depends. Okay, so first factor is angle of incidence. If your angle of incidence is more, then the lateral displacement is also more. So the first point is the angle of incidence. If your angle of incidence is more, then your lateral displacement is also more. Then second point is thickness of the slab. What is the thickness of the slab? This is your slab. This one is the thickness of the slab. So if your thickness of the slab will increase, then in that case your lateral displacement will also increase. Okay. Then the third factor which is refractive index. refractive index के बारे में अभी आप लोग पढ़े नहीं हो. नेक्स्ट क्लास में फिर से उसके बारे में भी हम लोग पढ़ेंगे. व्हाट इज द रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स. बट अभी जान लो कि लैटरल डिस्प्लेसमेंट आपके रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स के ऊपर भी डिपेंड करता है. सो lateral displacement also depends on the refractive index of the glass. And then fourth point, wavelength of the light. So what is the wavelength of the light? देखो हम लोग यहाँ पर लिए थे, कंसिडर किए थे क्या, एक मोनोक्रोमेटिक लाइट कंसिडर किए थे. इफ वी कंसिडर डिफरेंट कलर ऑफ लाइट, हम लोग ये चीज़ जानते हैं कि रेनबो फॉर्मेशन के केस में रेनबो में आप लोग 7 कलर्स देखते हो, विवग्योर. ओके, so there are different wavelength of the light which you studied in I think chapter 2 which is in human eye chapter में आप लोग wavelength के बारे में, स्पेक्ट्रम वगैरह के बारे में बहुत कुछ पढ़ोगे. बट यहाँ पर से बेसिक आइडिया ले लो. इफ योर wavelength of light, if the wavelength is increased then lateral displacement is decreased. ये चीज़ याद रखना. when your wavelength of the light is increased, your lateral displacement is डिक्रीज. सो वेवलेंथ ऑफ द लाइट अगर देखा जाए तो आप लोग पढ़ोगे तब जानोगे कि आपका जो वायलेट कलर का लाइट होता है, विवग्योर में जो वायलेट कलर का लाइट होता है उसका वेवलेंथ सबसे कम होता है. सो वायलेट कलर ऑफ लाइट का आपका वेवलेंथ सबसे कम होता है. वेवलेंथ क्या होता है? सबसे कम होता है। ये जो सिंबल है, इस सिंबल को हम लोग बोलते हैं लैम्डा। ओके, वेवलेंथ को हम लोग इंडिकेट करने के लिए हम लोग लैम्डा सिंबल का यूज करते हैं। सो वायलेट कलर का लाइट वेवलेंथ सबसे कम होता है। सो वायलेट कलर का लाइट अगर हम लोग इंसिडेंट करेंगे तो उस केस में आपका क्या होगा, जो लैटरल डिस्प्लेसमेंट होगा सबसे ज़्यादा होगा। ये चीज़ हमेशा याद रखना, बिकॉज वेवलेंथ और लैटरल डिस्प्लेसमेंट के बीच में जो रिलेशन है, दैट इज व्हेन द wavelength is increased, the lateral displacement is decreased. So when the wavelength is decreased, your lateral displacement will be increased. So in case of the violet color of light, the wavelength is very small. So in that case, the lateral displacement is also increased. So there are the four factors on which your lateral displacement in the glass slab will depend. First one is angle of incidence, second one is thickness of the glass slab, third one is refractive index, and fourth one is the wavelength of light. Okay, next we move to the laws of refraction. Here we studied about the two basic laws of refraction, like your reflection. रिफ्लेक्शन में जैसे हम लोग दो लॉज पढ़े थे, वहाँ यहाँ पर भी वैसे ही रिफ्रैक्शन के केस में भी दो बेसिक लॉ को पढ़ेंगे यहाँ पर। Here is the laws of refraction, two basic laws of refraction. First law is quite similar with the laws of reflection, that the incident ray, the refracted ray, and the normal at the interface of the two medium are all lie in the same plane. In case of the reflection, the incident ray, the reflected ray, and the normal at the point of incidence all lie in the same plane. But here little bit different, that is reflected ray is refracted ray, and the normal at the interface of the two transparent media at the point of incidence all lie in the same plane. But in the second law, the ratio of sine of angle of incidence to the sine of angle of refraction is a constant. Okay, what? The ratio of sine of angle of incidence to the sine of angle of refraction is a constant. Always sin I by sin r is a constant. Sin I, that means I is a angle of incidence and r is the angle of refraction. So that this relation was derived by a Dutch astronomer Wilbrord Snell. Okay, this relation between your angle of incidence and the angle of refraction is derived by Wilbrord Snell. So this law is known as also, the second law is also known as Snell's law. Okay, this second law is also known as Snell's law of refraction. Okay, so these are the two basic laws of refraction. In the next class we studied about the refractive index. What is the refractive index? So इन सब चीज़ों को अच्छे से ध्यान से पढ़ो। नेक्स्ट क्लास में हम लोग और आगे बढ़ते हैं।